Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we uncover the hidden stories within financial filings and leave you with a clear picture of what companies are really up to. Today we're diving into Worthington Enterprises, and folks, it seems they've been busy, especially with a little chat at a big conference. This is a standard report, an 8K, which companies file when something major happens that investors need to know about right away. Think of it as a public bulletin for significant company news. And in this case, Worthington Enterprises, or WAR as they're known on the New York Stock Exchange, it seems they were out talking to a group called Canaccord at their 45th annual growth conference. Now, what's really interesting here is that they've actually provided the transcript of this chat, so we get to see exactly what they discussed. It's not just a summary, it's the whole conversation, and this happened on August 12, 2025. Worthington Enterprises is a big company, trading its common stock on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol WAR. They're incorporated in Ohio and have been around for a while. When a company participates in an event like this, especially one covering growth, it's often to share their latest performance, their strategic direction, and their outlook for the future. It's a chance for them to connect directly with investors and analysts, and for us to get a direct glimpse into their thinking. They also flagged this conversation falls under Regulation FD disclosure, which is a fancy way of saying for us to get a direct glimpse into their thinking. They also flagged this conversation falls under Regulation FD disclosure, which is a fancy way of saying they're making sure information is shared fairly with everyone, not just a select few. The core of this filing today is about that fireside chat. Worthington Enterprises participated in this discussion, as the report states, on August 12th at the Canaccord 45th Annual Growth Conference. They've made the whole transcript available, and it's even been filed as an exhibit for everyone to see exactly what was said. This isn't just casual talk. These events and the information shared are important for understanding the company's narrative straight from the source. Now, what's super important to understand about these kinds of discussions and reports is the forward-looking statements part. Companies always include a bunch of these, talking about what they expect to happen in the future. They mention things like expected cash positions, liquidity, their ability to get more money if they need it, their overall business plans, and how they expect to perform after specific events like a business separation. They'll talk about expected growth, potential for sales, earnings, and how they plan to manage costs and operations. They're essentially painting a picture of their future ambitions and strategies. There's a lot here about potential benefits and performance after something called the separation, though the details of what exactly that refers to aren't in this particular filing snippet. But here's the crucial takeaway with all these forward-looking statements. They're based on beliefs, estimates, and assumptions. And because of that, there are always risks and uncertainties involved. What they hope or expect to happen might not actually happen. They've listed a whole lot of potential roadblocks. You've got uncertainty around regulatory approvals, the ongoing impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, economic conditions, inflation, interest rates, trade policies, supply chain issues, raw material prices, customer demand, and even weather events or equipment breakdowns. They also touch on legal rulings, privacy laws, and cybersecurity risks. It's a long list designed to cover all the bases and protect them if things don't go as planned. Think of it as them saying, here's what we're aiming for, but here are all the things that could mess it up. This section is all about what documents are being included with this report. For this particular filing, since it's mainly about disclosing the transcript of a conference chat, the financial statements themselves aren't being updated right here. Usually that happens in their quarterly reports called 10-Ks or their annual reports, the 10-Ks, but they are providing the transcript as Exhibit 99.1. And then there's the cover page interactive data file, which is really just a digital format for presenting the information easily, especially for the SEC systems. What's essentially happening here is Worthington Enterprises is making public a discussion they had at a growth conference. They're sharing their perspective on their business, their strategy, and their outlook. The fact that they're providing the full transcript means they're being transparent about what they communicated to investors and analysts at this event. It's a way for the company to control the narrative and ensure everyone hears the same information. While this filing doesn't contain new financial statements, the context of a fireside chat at a growth conference is often where companies highlight recent financial successes or future growth drivers. We typically expect them to talk about sales growth, profitability, market share, and any new initiatives they're pursuing. The fact that they're emphasizing the transcript and the related forward-looking statements suggests they've communicated a vision and expectations that they want the market to be aware of. Looking at the broader picture, Worthington Enterprises operates in industries that are sensitive economic conditions like steel processing and diversified industrial products. Their ability to navigate economic downturns, manage rising costs for materials like steel, and adapt to changing customer demands is key to their success. Events like this conference appearance are crucial for them to convey their resilience and their plans to capitalize on opportunities, even in a challenging environment. They want the investment community to see them not just as a survivor, but as a growing entity. So what can we glean from this? Worthington Enterprises is actively engaging with the investment community. They've put forward information about their performance and future prospects at a significant industry conference, and they're making that information readily available. The extensive list of forward-looking statements and risk factors tells us they are keenly aware of the many complex factors influencing their business, from global economic trends to very specific operational risks. It's a reminder that even positive outlooks come with a heavy dose of reality about potential challenges. Now, let's talk about Worthington Enterprises as a whole. They are a company that has undergone significant changes, including the separation of its steel processing business. This filing, by discussing participation in a growth conference and laying out forward-looking statements, suggests they are focused on presenting a positive future for the remaining entity. The emphasis on potential benefits from this separation indicates a strategic move to refine their business model and focus on specific areas of growth. Their success will hinge on executing these plans effectively and navigating the inherent risks they've so carefully detailed. In assessing Worthington, you have to look at their ability to innovate and adapt. The markets they serve are often cyclical, so positioning themselves for steady performance and growth, even when the broader economy is uncertain, is critical. The dialogue at the conference and this follow-up filing are designed to build confidence that they have a solid strategy in place to achieve this. Ultimately, Worthington Enterprises seems to be on a path of transformation, aiming to present a more focused and perhaps more robust business to the market. The key for investors will be to watch how they translate these forward-looking plans and the anticipated benefits of their recent business changes into actual, measurable results. The risks I've outlined are substantial, and their ability to manage these will be the true test of their strategy. Alright, that's our breakdown of Worthington Enterprises' latest report. What's your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.